Yeah, I'm just gonna hit play and then hope that things are good to go. Welcome back. So one of the I guess downsides to having this camera setup. Oh, look at that. I even put the rubber band ball on my dinner table. It looks so cool. But one of the issues with having that setup now is that it takes a little bit longer for me to start each stream because I have to like make sure the camera is looking good, the audio sounds good, right? So it's a little tricky sometimes. Anyways, so what we did yesterday, usually what I like to start off with, is, well, the major goal we accomplished yesterday was getting the bacterial vats going for growth catalyst medium. And they've been running all night. Let me just double check. If we see 4004, that means it has been working well. 4004, 4004, yes. And how much do we have in total? 34 million. This is like more than almost 4 times as much as we've ever had ever. Pretty good. I'm curious if our mutagen is a little struggling here. Okay, so it looks like we produce mutagen slower than growth catalyst medium. Not too sure how to feel about that. That's one thing I may have to consider, is to maybe increase the speed of this guy. That's fine. But that's one of the things we did, and we also set up some processes here to make sure that the bacterial vat gets the right amount of enriched Naquadot rod. And just to double check, how much enriched Naquadot do I have left? 3.3 million, so we're actually gaining. We had 2.9 million, I think, yesterday. So that's good, that's good. And I think the major reason why we're gaining is because I stopped producing sodium here. Basically, all the sodium hydroxide is now getting consumed to make the other stuff. But I just need to make sure that I actually have sodium. Yeah. So this is probably one thing I want to address today is our sodium hydroxide issue, because we never have enough of this. We consume it way too fast. And my plan to do that is to make a 2x2 electrolyzer for this. And then just cram it with more power and just have it really produced. Because we're getting this stuff from salt water, which we have an infinite amount of, because we have a fluid an infinite fluid pump at Ross 128BA. So we have infinite salt water, so I don't really care about, mass producing it. But before I do that, I do want to address our mega apiary, because I needed to move this over here to a better spot. It's, moved slightly this way. You can see there, the old spot. And the reason why is so that it conforms to our new way of building multi-blocks in a row here. So interestingly enough, you're not actually Oh, I turned it off. That's why we're running out of mutagen. I forgot about that lever. That's my bad. Anyways, a good thing I noticed that. How many combs here? A good amount. So there's a couple of things I want to do. I want to set up basically, we're going to stick with, like, whenever we put a bee into the apiary, I'm going to make sure that the terminal, this buffer, is always empty. So right now, all of this stuff, the appetite, everything else, does get processed. Like, for example, we have this guy going. We have a bunch of other things going as well. But some of these combs I haven't dealt with yet. So first one is oily. To do this, we need to throw it in a centrifuge. But before I do that, I need to have it sent into I got to set up the fluid extractor, because I'm going to send the honey and the oil into a fluid extractor. Well, do I really care about honey? Well, this is one way to get sugar. This is one way to get sugar for oxygen. Give me all the honey. I wish. We have too much honey. Well, if you are gonna join and like fix up all the B stuff, I probably want to, right? So yeah, you know what? We'll just centrifuge it down to completely down. Yeah, I'll do that. So we have a centrifuge set up, but we need to get the fluid extractor next, which is this guy. Do I need to upgrade you? I don't think so. I really don't know. Let me also get this. This is something I wanted to get an MEIO port. And then dump it into storage. No, just, I guess I'll put you like right here. One day I'll stop being lazy and re-download Minecraft. That's okay. I don't even know what was in here. It just didn't let me put it in storage for whatever reason. I think because I had too much data in there and it didn't want to accept that item because no, I don't want to delete your entire instance. Understandable, Allie. Don't worry. I think that's all I need though. Is these two. Let me see what other combs are here. For now, I think this is pretty good. So the like nut dew is also a fluid extractor. Petroleum is a fluid extractor, and then xenon is a fluid extractor. That's all I need, just the fluid extractor. I was thinking of spending the time expanding this because I do need to expand it by 1 if I want it to conform to my area. I mean, I might as well do that, right? I think I'll do that. I think for now I'm going to meet this with this one over here. Just do it once. Yeah, let's do it. So I need to copy that guy. And then copy this guy. And make sure that there's nothing being moved that is actually of value. Doesn't look like it. So I will expand 1 left. Contract 1 left. Then I just need to move basically all of this a couple of blocks over here. So how many blocks do I need to move it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we would do move 8 over there. And then a lot of this stuff is going to get deleted, but that's fine. We do have a tunnel here that goes all the way down to another beehive, but we don't need that anymore. Maybe I'll leave that there as a permanent feature. What's the word I'm looking for? I will go with feature. I'm at a blank for words right now. It just started. Prefer a song. VOD Watchers. The song that was playing just now is The Light in the Glass. Where's my music? Oh, it's the end of it. Okay, now we go back this next song. Right there. So we just have to get that guy, do that, and then set to lave. And this is also a major reason why I wanted to get rid of the mountain range, is so that when I do expand, it's a lot easier. Because it was a little trigger for me to do this. All of this is pretty much going to go away like really soon. I think the next time I have to move back and add more machines, yeah, this whole thing is going bye-bye. It'll be a little bit before we get there, though. Just a little bit. Okay. And I should be able to just delete all of this. There we go. Pick up all of the flowers. Goodbye. So this, I'm probably going to leave it because it's funny. So let's do this. Yeah, like this. Well, hang on. Like that, so we don't actually delete it. Just for me to mark it. Like that. Then we set this to Aegon. Okay. There we go. There. Now it's just like a pit into this old area. So down here, it was where I was breeding some, just some things that required warm damp. This is like I'm in a jungle right now, I think. Yeah, I'm in a jungle. But a jungle is, I think, hot damp, not warm damp. So I had to go down, or so I don't remember exactly what I did. Actually, what it? I don't really know what, but I had to go down until it got to warm damp, and then I can do some breeding here. I think it was the tropical bees that were very picky. So I had to just do this. Good times. Let's get the rest of the Aegon going. This is quite a while ago too. Am I really gonna be bothered by this? Yes, I am. There we go. And this part is still part of the old setup. Okay. I don't really know what to do about all of this stuff in between, because technically this doesn't need to be Aegon, but it's just a decoration thing. It's not really part of the really important about progress, right? I try to follow the rules, but it doesn't matter if it's not followed 100% of the time. So I'm going to rip apart this guy, our fluid extractor. Thank you. And now just go ahead and move it over here. Right there. Actually. So I think this multi-block is fine with the channel stuff. Oh, no, it's not. I don't know what happened. Just crashed. How dare you? And so what I was trying to explain is that whenever you open up like this multi-block structured GUI, you can change some of these settings, right? Like whatever channel you want to use, and it makes it a lot easier. The autoclave is cursed and it does not work. But I think the fluid extractor is just okay with it. Until it crashed, but I think that's just a one-off thing. So we're going to set the coil to trinium, right? Trinium? That's just because that's all I have. You know what? Yeah, upgrade it to electrum flux because we have like 1,000 of it in storage. Might as well. Glass, we're going to give this ZPM, so iridium reinforced. Solenoid, I think we only have the green ones. I don't know if we have any others available. We do, but we have to craft them, and I'd rather not wait 5 seconds for it. I'm that lazy. And then that's pretty much it. I should be able to copy them into here. Yeah, so the fluid extractor works just fine. The autoclave is cringe. Doesn't work. Like, look how easy it is when it actually works. It's so good. Okay, so what this guy's going to have, we need I'm going to give it a ME output bus, and I'm going to store the products in our digital storage instead. We'll try that. And you're going to need a normal... You do need an output bus, yes. And a stocking input bus. It's this stuff here. And you're going to get CPM power, so an energy hatch. How dare you? Oh yeah, I was crafting 200 circuits, that's right. This man got stuck somewhere. I don't really want to figure out where he got stuck, so I'm not going to worry about it. You're never going to have enough sodium hydroxide, but I just need to tell you to craft with it missing. And it will work, because we're always producing this stuff. I think it prioritizes going into crafts that are asking for it first, and then it goes into storage. I think that's how it works. I don't know how to confirm that, though. But the main reason why I wanted to craft 200 ZPM circuits is so that it makes my setting up things a lot easier, because we're mostly using ZPM energy hatches and stuff and things, and having a bunch of ZPM circuits is going to speed things up. Oh, so it is stuck somewhere. I checked this machine, it's fine. Is it the blast furnace? It might be the blast furnace. No, you're fine. You have enough xenon, you have enough everything. You're running power. No, it's not the blast furnace. What could it be? It's got to be one of the chemical reactors, if not the main chemical reactor. No, it's not. Everything, all the cells are in their drive, so this is working just fine. So it's something else. Is it the fluid extractor? It shouldn't be. The chemical reactor should be working. Mixer. It might be the mixer. Okay, I'm a little confused now. We have power, right? I mean, yeah, we have power. What's wrong with you? Oh, that's right. What can I do with this? I'm just gonna... Goodbye. I moved the machine, or I took off the metrics thing off of it. That is what happened. I don't know what's going on with this. Is it you? No, you're working fine. I guess we're going to check every recipe. This guy. Creates that much adamantine dust. So it's running out of Nakoda for whatever reason, and I don't know why. Scheduled Nakoda. It needs Nakoda rich solution. Which needs this recipe. And this stuff needs Nakoda adamantium solution. Just trying to craft it in the chemical reactor. So maybe it is the chemical reactor. But why? How are you doing? Nothing in there. And nothing in there. What is going on? Start from scratch. Is sodium dust and all of this stuff here. And 2-ethylhexanol. Why do I think it is the copper plate that's having issues? Trying to craft 2-ethylhexanol. It might be struggling with the copper plate. It might be, yeah, it might be the copper plate. Let me cancel this and try to make just this 2-ethylhexanol. Yeah, it doesn't know what to do with it. Let me try canceling this recipe. And you got a blocking mode. You're pointing into there. And you're in blocking mode. You have a card, right? Yes, you do. Are the conduits set up? Oh, you know what? It might have broken when we got those filters messed up. A certain... oh, yeah. I think that's what it was. How about now? No? It may have been because of that weird situation that we got last time. Heck, maybe there's just the wrong cells in here. All right. Let's get a... let's bring a ME chest over here. Allie, if you're still around, it was that smooth terrain incident, and I must have broke something here. I'm not mad about it. It's pretty funny, but that's probably what's going on here. So let me just plug in. I can plug you in up here actually. So you're messed up here. So what are your circuits, or what do you have inside here? Copper plate. So this is fine. Let me take all of this out. No, the copper plate should work. It's this recipe, and you're also putting that and that seed oil and hydrogen. Now you're all doing fine. No, you all have the copper plate. It is copper plate, right? It's not something weird like annealed copper. 2-ethylhexanol. No, it's just a regular copper plate in a chemical reactor. Maybe the recipes need tweaking. Let me fix the recipe here. Let me take this out. And then, yeah, right here. The copper is not consumed. Doubled it. 64. Do I have any seed oil? Yeah, no, we have a lot of seed oil. Let me maybe refresh the cable here. And then try the recipe again. Right there. I'm so confused. Why aren't you working? It's definitely you causing problems. That's so weird. Oh, you know what? You think it has something to do with blocking mode? I think it's something to do with blocking mode and the fact that the inventory does contain items because of the... Okay, I got you. I think that's what's happening. This is the first time we've actually used it, but because the copper plate is an item, and I guess blocking mode does not treat circuits as items, so it is able to go. But as soon as we put an item in there, it doesn't like it. So maybe turn off blocking mode or tell this guy to change the blocking mode behavior. This is probably going to break the crafts, but I'm going to try this. That's what it was. Okay, it does not like the copper plate in there. I guess I can probably just ignore blocking mode as long as there's no other recipe in here. Which should be okay, though, because I think that's the only thing that uses a copper plate. Yeah. So as long as there's no other recipe in there, we should be fine. I didn't consider that. That's interesting. So it looks like AE2 considers the copper plate as an item. So when you have blocking mode on, it doesn't like it. All right. It's good to know. Good to know. Okay. So I should be able to craft the energy hatch now. Of course. All of that for a energy hatch. So we'll see if it breaks if it just puts all the items in one. It should be fine, though. I don't know what happens if like they share multiple fluids. I think it already broke. Yeah, it doesn't know what to do with it. Okay. We got things to fix here. I think the best thing to do is just give this a ridiculous, like a really huge, like storage cell, and that's it. So that there was something that's able to pick up the entirety of the fluids. If that doesn't work, then I'm going to have a separate chemical reactor just for that craft, which is probably the best bet, honestly. So I got to take all of this out. So I take this guy out. We take you out. You out. Yeah, I tried to put all of the fluid in there, and it just wasn't able to. I can throw this in here. How much fluid did you have? Why aren't you working anymore? Oh, that's why. Oh, you try to craft with a lot of fluid. Actually, I should be able to just do this. That should be enough, I think. Yeah, it's really interesting. I don't really know what to do about this. Other than, I think the best bet, probably the fastest bet, is to have a designated chemical reactor just for that. Yeah, we'll do that. So I'm going to take this guy out. This is no longer working. Thank you. That's okay. Yeah, I figured that out. Right. And I'll just go ahead and I need a ME chest here. There's probably something I can do to really speed that up, but I'm not going to. I'm going to have a dedicated system for it. But the long-term solution I want to do is to have it fully passive. So I'm not going to have to worry about that anyways eventually. So go ahead and have an IO port here. Now just give it to this guy. Sure. Enjoy. Okay. You can have all of the copper cells back. Okay. 0, 0 types. Yeah. Nope, there's one here. There you go. Okay. All right, fine. We're going to have to take a sidetrack over here and set up a machine just to do that one recipe. Where am I going to put this machine? Do I have power over here? I should have enough power. Yeah, I'll just put it over here. Sure. On the moon? Hell no. You know how annoying that is? Well, got me thinking it'd be funny, right? Just have a random recipe. New playthrough idea. Every machine is on a separate planet. No planet sharing. Different dimension per recipe. Imagine. This shouldn't be too bad to set up. Never mind, it's kind of bad. Because I need the recipe to set up an energy. Actually, no, we have enough. We were able to craft it all. We'll do this. Then we'll get a transformer. I have a bunch of other stuff here. So this is going to need a... I mean, should I just passive this right now? Now that I think about it. Yeah. Yeah, we get this stuff passively. Just passive this. I need it anyways for P507. All right, we're passiving it. Okay, so it's not actually setting up a recipe. Let's do this. All right. In that case, you're going to need an output. Hey, look at this. We have everything. You need an output. No output bus, right? All right. I did want to passive this anyways, but looks like I'm going to have to do it a little sooner. So I need stocking input and output bus. Stocking might be a little tricky, though. No, I can do it. Put it right there. And then that's the output hatch. And then you're going to need the copper plate. Put it in the controller right there. Energy hatch and input hatches are being crafted. It shouldn't take too long. This recipe looks like it's taking a while. This is also something I'm gonna passive soon. I don't have a good answer when, but definitely this one. And you already know the solution to this. Make it as tall as the other guys. These guys back here. It must join its brothers. And you're going to get a simple maintenance hatch. I don't need that or that transformer. And the energy hatch is finishing up. Oh, this is so slow. I might need to just do this now. Yeah, I think I have to do this now. This is too slow. All right. Speeding. Pipe casing. Give me 64 minus. We have 4 over there, right? Yeah, do that. Take a... What tier of neutron accelerator do you even have? Ew, you have LUV? No. Get a ZPM one. Never mind. I'm not waiting for that. Looks like we got some recipes I gotta improve. Beryllium plate is crafting super slow. I bet you're crafting one at a time. All of these other ingots are, I think the blast furnace has stopped because we don't have power. Yeah, we're jump starting the base again. How's your cosmic neutronium doing? I haven't really paid attention to this stuff. 2 million. I don't know if that's good. Probably not, but it'll do for now. I don't want to wait. Turn on the streamer switch. Go. It's a little freaky though, because if the blast furnace is running nonstop, we do consume about the same amount of power as we generate. So I gotta watch out for that. I can tear this down because I'm no longer using this, and I guess I'll just keep this right here. Nothing connected to it. This one, I'll just leave there. Hey, so yeah. Actually, they 9 rated my stream. Actually, very appreciative of it. Actually, let me show you. I saved a clip about it. Is there a way to find clips fast? I think there is, but let me just share it. Shameless advertisement, right? But I was like a little drunk, and then 9 rated me, and everybody started saying congrats to 9 for Stargate, and I was like, what the heck, really? That's so cool. But I think I mentioned on yesterday's stream that he's like the 3rd community member I've interacted with that has reached Stargate. Like, as in, since I started streaming. But seeing him reach Stargate is giving me a little bit of a push, some encouragement, because fun fact, he started after I did, and he made it. And I'm still here. So I got a little bit of pressure to finish up the pack, but we'll get there. Okay, so this guy's ready. I don't think I want to wait for this. What are you even slow? Like, what are you crafting? Are you waiting on the blast furnace? What are you trying to craft? Uh-oh. Do we not have oxygen? I'm a little concerned now. No, it finished. I guess it was just taking a while. We have 64 million, which is not a good thing. So something is not giving us oxygen that I expect. Oh, you know what it is? I think it's this guy. This electrolyzer. Sodium hydroxide. We electrolyze it to sodium, oxygen, and hydrogen. But I turned it off because I needed the sodium hydroxide. But there's not a problem, though, because we still have our old setup, you know, the one that consumes sugar. I'm not going to tear this down, and it does give us a good source of oxygen, but that's really our main source of oxygen, and then this one kind of accidentally gave us 8 billion oxygen, and we ate it all. We ate all of it overnight. But it's not oxygen, that's our issue. It's just taking a while. Okay, the CPM energy hatch is done. So I'll give you over here. And then you need the stocking input. You're so loud. Okay. Now I need to give this a... I need to connect this to all my cables. I need the transformer. Give it back. Superconductor. But yeah, it's really cool, and like I also feel this like the hype whenever someone gets Stargate, because you know I also am someone who has spent a while on this pack, and I don't know how I would feel, like how I will feel when I complete it. Not an if, it's when we're going to complete it. Would have been so funny if I accidentally plugged the wrong tier cables and it just blew up as I said that. Should have triple checked, but you know what? It worked out. It's okay. Hey, Phoenix. I'm hosting a petition on the Discord so that we can name the Mega Apiary Moby. I need to know how many signatures I need. Is that what the ping is? I see a ping on Discord. That's absolutely what it is, right? Oh, no, not this time. It's gross. Oh. I mean, you can also just claim the point redeem. That counts too. For the item rename, it's pretty much anything that exists in the server. But if you want to have it a whole thing, then we can. Now, I don't know how to name it Moby. I can probably just give it like a like a sign. I really don't know how it works. I will not be breaking the multi-block and then renaming the controller because I am scared it's going to explode or do something I don't want it to do. Okay, we're going to passive the this fluid, 2 ethyl 1 hexanyl cell, whatever that means. And it's going to be used to produce P507, and all of this stuff is used for an aqueduct. Weighted in 200 points. Okay, got you. I'm going to make you wait. So I do want to store this, but I don't want to void it. So this is what I'm going to do. I need to give this a fluid cell. Am I going to mix fluids and item cells? Absolutely. Fluid cell, hang on. It doesn't have to be a big one, honestly. That's the way, it's way too much. Because a 4096 is like 8 billion storage of whatever. Now we'll accept a signage compromise. Nah, you're going to wait. I'm going to make you wait. Can I give Phoenix my 200 points? I don't think it works like that unless you like... I mean, your mods, you can start a gamble and then win it. And then get all the points. That's one weird way. We do have the gamble command. That's one weird way to convert points between two people. Very suspicious, right? But that's just how it is. Is 64 kids? 64K is too much. We'll stick with 4K. Do I not know how to make this? It's not. And then my alerts broke again. I don't know what it is. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I mean, you can actually hear it, but I can't, and I kind of want to hear it. Put you there right now.
Name the Mega Apiary Moby for Phoenix, you
butt. Name
the
Mega Apiary Moby for Phoenix, you butt. Fine. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. No, not like that. We're going to use NAND chips. Do I make NAND chips? Yes, I do. Right there. All right. We'll make it fancy. We'll give it a one of those bibliocraft signs, the ones that can be like modified several times. Not Fabsy, fan. I can't spell right now. I'm totally not outing myself that I'm not looking at my keyboard anymore because my new mic covers the keyboard. So now I'm like trying to teach myself how to not look at the keyboard anymore. It's pretty tricky, but I'd rather have this than put it to the side than having the mic block half of my screen. Hello. My name is Moby. I'm so scared of all of this. I can't even read that. Just keep leaving. There it is. I might as well increase the text size. Can I do that? Yeah. Oh, it deleted it. How about this? My name is too big. All right, what about you up here? Moby. Wait. I'm scared of this. How do I take off NEI again? Oh, right. Yeah. How do I do this? Enter one of the following numbers after the formatting symbol. / What? Enter. Is it this one? So I do this. I'm breaking it. Oops. I think it's this. And what color do I give it? Gold. No, dark green because you said minty. Yeah. Let's do that. There it is. Zoom out on the apiary for a moment. Hang on. I'll do one better. Put shaders on. It's thinking. Okay, there it is. I don't know who you're talking about. I need you to send a link. I don't know who Moby is. I probably do. Turn off shaders because it's laggy as all heck. I want 4K fluid storage cells for things I don't really need a mass amount of. I forgot that is it the Stream Shirts channel that do people even use this? I forget that this channel exists. It's been over a month. That's Northern Lion. What's taking you so long? You're actually almost done. No, that person looks like Northern Lion. Where's Stream? I don't even know where Stream Share is. It's right there. Literally Northern Lion. Oh, you know what? That's probably why we ran out of Nakoda, because of the Nakoda fuel. That does make sense. Duh. So this is what I'm going to do for this stuff. I'm going to give it 2 ethyl hexanols, whatever that is, and then tell our system to sticky card that stuff into here. But I will not void it. I'm only going to leave it stocked up to 4K fluid storage. And I think that's pretty much all I need. It should be ready. So if I give this hydrogen and seed oil, and then turn it on, and there we go. So this stuff is going to back up with 2 ethyl 1 hexanol and not enough fluid output space. So you know what, you can also have a 1K fluid storage component. You know, do I just give it 4K? That's too much fluid though. 1K it is. We'll make a pattern for this also. Oops, pattern terminal. I don't know who that is. Like, I don't know who that is. So you're saying that Phoenix knows one more bald person than I do. Phoenix and Allie together know one more bald person than I do. Okay, I'm gonna give this guy here so it doesn't get clogged all the time. Okay, so we're producing 2 ethyl hex, whatever it's called. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Yeah, this stuff. It'll build up, get stuck on that one drive, and then clog up, and then we'll just leave it there. Okay, so that is dealt with. I don't even know what I did that for. Oh, you know what? I needed it to make another energy hatch. So this whole episode started off with me wanting to craft or set up this fluid extractor over here. And I kind of forgot about it. Oops. Get this going. But it did need the CPM. Yeah, it was a whole rabbit hole. I was like, oh, I'm going to set up this fluid extractor. Oh, wait, it needs a CPM energy hatch. Oh, wait, I can't craft CPM energy hatches because I don't have 2 ethyl hexanol. It kept getting stuck. And then we figured out it just doesn't work in our universal automation because it's a copper plate. It's just a big rabbit hole. But we just set it up to be passive now. So you need an output bus as well. And a stocking input bus. And that's pretty much it. So all of the fluids that this fluid extractor is going to make will be sent over there to our bulk storage setup. So we get those and outputs right there. Need some more cables. Okay. Then energy hatch is done. And I could never last, our heart still beating on the outside. We need another transformer to power this guy with CPM power. 1, 2, 3. I honestly don't know how much power is being squeezed out of here. That doesn't look like too much, honestly. This is a 64 UV amp. And this is only like 4 or something like that. Probably even 2 amps of UV. I should be fine. Okay, I think you're pretty much good to go, but before I actually give you stuff, I think I'm gonna give this a 1K fluid storage, just so that it doesn't get stuck. It's 128,000 fluid cache capacity is not a lot at all. But if I give it a 1K fluid storage, so it's 2 million, just a little more. Should be good. I'll just turn it on. So the first thing I'm going to deal with is oily combs. And I need to put propolis and honey drops into the fluid extractor. But then I also want to deal with the fluids over here. This is going to produce honey, propolis, and oil. So then I just need to store a ridiculous amount of these fluids. I want two 4096K fluid storage cells. So sure, why not? And the propolis. Do I really need that much? I might as well, right? Yeah. You never know. Am I really gonna give it a 4096K storage cell? Yeah. Oh, that's kind of the issue that we're trying to craft. 4096K. So, I mean, do I really need that much? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, commit to it. It'd be funny. So, I'm going to give this guy the propolis, and then go ahead and void excess into here. Put that there. And then we got to tell our mainnet to bring in propolis. And that's pretty much it. And then I can put this guy here. Okay, so now we have a space for propolis. And then I need to do that for both the oil and the honey. I'm still crafting the other 4096s. So that'll be a little bit. What do you mean we shall see? Or are you referring to if that's going to be enough? Yeah, you know what? You're right. Who knows? So here it is, an oil cell. You take that. And then we tell this guy to delete excess. I'm going to void excess for these fluids because there's a lot of items going into there and I don't want it to stop because one of them got full. No. And then we'll tell this guy to output all oil into here. And here you go. Purposely put this in server and not Twitch to not confuse you, and it still confused you. What are you talking about? Ali, everything you say confuses me, regardless of where you put it. That sounds a little bit rude, I'm sorry. Honey right there. And then honey right here. That's excess is being voided, and I should be able to be ready over here. Look at that, everybody. Ali said https://tenor.com/view/lol omg lol laugh gif bunch of numbers I ain't gonna read. All right, so this should be filtered to oil and honey, and it should be ready, and also the propolis. So if I give this honey drop and oil, you should accept it and start outputting the fluids over there. And then this guy is going to want the oily combs. Burning, voiding thing. Okay, I'm voiding them, but now we're storing a ridiculous amount of stuff. Whenever I put the setup over here, it prioritizes going into these cells. Each one of these cells can store like 64 million items. And then I'll void it. So if I need more than 64 million, that's going to be an issue. But at that point, we got other things to worry about. Uh-oh. Allie, what happened to you being lazy to set up Minecraft? I'm joking, welcome. Okay, so now we have oil and honey being dealt with here. Next up, petroleum comb. So this guy is honey and petroleum propolis, and this guy is just going to get output into fuel. So I need another 96K fluids. How many am I going to need, actually? I need one for seed comb. Yeah, for the nut dew. For seed oil, and then one for xenon. So I need 3 more. Hey, Entropod. We get it. You got Stargate. Everyone's getting Stargate except me. Now let's go. What's going on? It takes like 1/10 of the time to boot GTNH. What the heck? Right? So the wonders of having an actual good computer can go is just pretty surprising. How you doing, Entropod? I gotta ask, what are you doing now that you beat GTNH or you got the Stargate? I don't like saying beat GTNH because it's not really true if the pack hasn't been finished. So we should say get Stargate. I'm actually I'm not being as lazy as I usually am. I've been actually setting up a good amount of machines. I don't know if you've been aware, but we actually got mutagen and growth catalyst medium fully passived in a 2x2 bacterial vat. And I'm slowly working towards getting raw biocatalyst medium next. And I think we're really getting this set up is going to jumpstart our playthrough. But we got some things to work on, which is actually getting the Mega Apiary working again. Because I had to break the old setup over here. That's not really working that well anymore. And then next up is to fix our Naquadot line and make that fully passive also. Because we don't have any Naquadot. 17. I gotta do something about it. And I'm just pretty much committing to no more level maintaining is the main thing. That guy's not even on, and I'm not gonna mess with it. But we don't have completed GTNH accomplishments. You know, Phoenix, you tell me I'm the lazy one. Got him. And everything changes if I could turn back the years. If you could learn to forgive me and something, and I could learn to feel. Okay, 4096 cells are done. 3 of you. Let's go filter them all together. You do your GTNH grind, I'll be in Hawaii. You say that like as if Hawaii is a vacation spot for you. We all know it's quite the opposite. Sorry, I had to say it. I've never been to Hawaii. I don't know if I'd want to though. I'm not very much of a beach person. My preferred nature thing is it diesel or fuel? It's fuel cell, right? Oh, there's too many of you. Yeah, no, never mind. It's you. It's interchangeable, right? Fuel and diesel, yeah. But my preferred like nature thing. Oh, first of all, whenever I think of Hawaii, I assume nature. But my preferred nature biome, I don't know the right word. I'm thinking Minecraft terms now. Is mountainous. I like the canyons. I like big ridges, things like that. Hi, Ellie. I am going to void excess diesel, xenon, and seed oil. So we need to give this fuel, xenon, and seed oil. So that's filtered. This is filtered, and I should be able to just give this over here. I guess I'm to assume hiking. It's at the, yeah, it's not, it's pretty much true. I need another drive over here. There we go. Look at all these orange. Seeing orange is cool because that means it's actually filled with stuff. Okay, so I should be able to give this this guy the petroleum comb. You do have to work through 76,000. Bye, Ali. And this guy is going to get output honey drop, which is already dealt with, and petroleum propolis. There we go. You get a single guess what a person from Hawaii's favorite form of natural exercise is. I don't know, surfing? Let's deal with CD combs and xenon combs. Now that it was so quick, I don't want to do it. It's getting to sleepy time. Okay, have a good night, Allie. Thank you for joining, even though if it was for a little bit. That's cool. CD combs. And you're going to give me nut dew and then fluid extract that. And then xenon combs is just throw it in the fluid extractor. 221,000 of it. Uh-oh. But that's going to give us xenon. And I think that's everything. All the combs that we have available right now accounted for. The centrifuge might struggle a little bit, but I think whenever we actually get through everything that's here right now, it should be okay. I was going to say swimming. You know what? Swimming is just... No, surfing is swimming with extra steps. So, are we both right? Okay. She answered. I can't see that emote from here. What is this? I can't tell what that emote is. At least not on OBS. I can't see what... It looks like a house from over here. Oh, it's this person swimming. Okay, I had to really look at it. Okay, I got you. Okay, so we got what I wanted to start off with done, which is getting the combs accounted for. So I'm gonna deal with that. Next step, to really progress, we need a source of naquadol. We need to improve this. So let's do this. And it starts off with actually getting actual naquadol dust. Time to send random emotes to see if Bernie can guess what they are. I don't know. Gotta clear my throat first, jeez. Okay. So I think I'm gonna get all the way to what I want. So in our case, it's naquadol, and then work our way backwards from it. So every machine that I add is going to be with that in mind. We want naquadol as our end product. So the first machine I build is going to be the one that actually gives us naquadol, which is a chemical reactor. We can add a lot of machines. Let's start over here. Let me make sure that I actually have the channels for it. I don't think I do, but that is okay because I can just... Yeah, I can start off over here. So let's get 2 wireless connectors going. And if I look up Nakoda, I think this is a good thing to set up because we have a lot of stuff backed up, like stuck behind some of the intermediate steps. For example, the like this enriched Nakoda oxide mixture dust. Yeah, that we get this from also from ores, but it's also a byproduct, and we don't really do anything with it. So this would be good to deal with as well. 10 million of this. Jeez. Should really deal with it also. Yeah, we're gonna have to set up all of this, but we'll do that. Spill salt. I see a gift basket on fire. Spill salt. Monk. Put that guy there. We'll continue with another wireless connector. Yeah, right there. Sure. No organization. It's just going to be filled with wireless connectors everywhere. I see. I don't know what that one is. It looks like Mr. Game & Watch, but kind of a cat. And the other one, I have no idea what that is. And then the last one, it looks like some Maiden Abyss reference. I don't know. I put it in the wrong spot. It's supposed to be over here. The last one is you. What is it? Stinky glitch. Okay, now it shows me. Oh, you know what? It doesn't show me default emotes. But if it's like a Twitch emote, I could see it. How dare you? That's probably true, though. So we're going to set up a chemical reactor over here. Let's get some qubit. She started it. Hey, Andropod, if you want to hear some lore behind how I got introduced to Restless Club or the rest of them, one of my first interactions with Phoenix, I think, was me asking in chat of some server, like, hey, you guys want to trade a cockroach or something like that? Because we had Alex's mobs in the mod pack, and then I found cockroaches everywhere, and I was like, I can do something with this. And then now we're here. Good times. No hydroxide, of course not. I should do something about that soon. I will. I think I'm going to set up Nakoda first and then sodium hydroxide. Very backwards logic, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm curious, though. If I were to set up like a community server, would some community members join it? I don't know what it would be, but it'll probably be Hot Sauce V2 or something similar. Bro, I think the first interaction I had with you, you told me my giant dragon build was off. Was that it? I remember you building a giant dragon, but I don't remember that specifically. Gallium hydroxide dust. Yeah, yes, Ali did lurk for a year or two. But also, to be fair, Ali, when we played Project Ozone, it took a while for you to speak. I remember that. It was mostly me and Gage, just like shit posting, and then you joined in after a while. I remember that too. Project Ozone was fun. I still remember it. We're going to hold off on mentioning I told him to be honest. I mean, I'm picky with things like that. He told me to be honest, and and then I became honest, and you didn't like that. Okay. This isn't the old setup. I think I'm going to move this recipe over for now because it's kind of, yeah. Ew. Oh, that's fair. Where am I? Yeah, I need to passive all of this stuff. Look how long it takes for me to make a ZPM energy hatch because I don't have an Aqueduct. You're so slow. Hurry up. I think I was using headphones from like 95, not even joking. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's fair. I think we all had weird setups back then. I was on my laptop also. I remember that. Okay, I'm gonna stare at this until it finishes. Nah, I'm joking. I'm impatient. This might be the first recipe I set up actually. Yeah, we're gonna passive this guy. So this is made in the blast furnace. Uh-huh. Titanium tetrafluoride. I can probably just throw this. Imagine headphones working for 30 years. They don't make products that last that long anymore. I think I want to set this up in the mega blast furnace, but do it a little weird. Is this really the only thing to do with Naquadah or whatever? I can also turn it into Naquadah and it gets directly. So someone tell me why this wouldn't be worth it. And no, arthropods, yeah, they're you're pretty right. They don't make products. It's there's a term for it. Is it planned obsolescence, I think, or something like that? Like things are designed to break pretty quickly so that they make you buy it some more. I was a laptop person myself, but had to stop because I kept falling asleep in VC. I mean, yeah, that's right. Our local insomniac. All right, this guy is just too slow. I should really upgrade this as well. I'm gonna wait for the CPM energy hash to finish crafting though, and then we'll continue with this. I really do need to work on all of that. Yeah, we want to move this guy over here. Maybe that's where I'll start. Well, no. I'm gonna continue with where I was doing. Just keep going down this rabbit hole over here. So this one is going to be another autoclave. Yes, I'm going to set up another autoclave. I hate setting up autoclaves. They're so annoying. Maybe I can get the black plutonium frame boxes ready. So the autoclave is you need 14 not hang on, seven item pipe casings. Okay, so let's just make 7. This is the stuff that takes the longest to craft, so just have that ready. Energy hatch, I thought I saw that it was done. Yeah. So this recipe, I'm gonna just go ahead and process all of it. You need a stocking input and an output bus. I'm running out of output buses. That's totally fine with me. You can go right there. You can go right there. Okay. So you need a maintenance hatch as well. I do feel nostalgic about the old times, and at the old times as in when we played, we had significantly less responsibilities and we were able to play Minecraft like way late into the night, so late that it ended up being like in the morning. It's been a while since we've collectively did that. Occasionally I do feel nostalgic for it. Sodium and aquadahine. Dahine? I would never know how it's pronounced. All right. And then this guy is going to produce two things. This recipe here. We have to deal with sodium oxide and aqueduct dust. I don't know if I store any of it. I think I do, actually. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so that's already dealt with. Who cares? Aqueduct dust is not, though. That I think I was on that train of thought, and then I forgot to continue it. But I would like to do a community server at some point. It'd be fun. It's been a while. I know we always colloquially call it Minecraft with the boys, but it'll just be Restless Club the server. You may also think about it as Hot Sauce Part 2. The 2-week Minecraft phase. You and your English not knowing how to pronounce words because they sound not as spelled. In reference to what? I'm confused. I am also Hispanic, so Spanish. My Spanish gets intermingled sometimes, so it's also a thing. It's not just English language. So when sometimes when I speak too fast, my Mexican comes out. It's pretty funny. Okay, so our main storage is going to get an aqueduct. We're also going to filter out this one. It's not a boys. I mean, it's the same thing as me calling you dude, is what I think about it. You are one of the boys. And it's not because it's a thing strictly for men. It's not. It's a term of endearment. Buddy old pal. Boys is the modern version of buddy old pal. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that, sure. I just voided like 1 million of all of this stuff. I just deleted like 500 of this. Because I didn't plug in power. That's what I get. That's fine. Happens. How the heck am I going to power it, first of all? That's a good question. I don't know. Do I just get another? Yeah, I'm going to get another UV cable over here. Let's do that. Another 64M transformer. Not transformer, dynamo hatch. But yeah, like I think it'd be pretty cool to have a competing server names Minecraft with the gals. Burning is not deemed a gals. I mean, you can call me a gal. I don't mind. I'm open to that. Unless it's meant in a malicious sense, then no, don't do that. Now it's not as fun. See, this is where I'm a professional in. Too nonchalant. People just don't want to mess with me. That's why I was never bullied, because I was just chill. So I took the fun out of everything, because that's really what bullying is. If you don't make it fun, they're not gonna do it. Okay, which Transformer's closer? They're like the same distance, aren't they? That's actually really funny. I mean, I can also just bring it over here, but they're exactly. I gotta see this. How far apart are you guys? It's right here. So from here to this block is 25 blocks. From here. Oh wow, this one's closer by 1 block. That's really interesting. I'm still gonna go off of this one though, because it's I'm gonna be expanding that way anyways. Okay. But anyways, back to the discussion at hand. Another community Minecraft server would be fun. It's been a while since we last done something like that. Hot sauce was the last one, right? And how long ago was that? And that one lasted for what's it, 3 weeks or something like that? That was pretty fun. It had tons of bugs though. Cause I clearly don't know how to make a Minecraft server. Why are you stuck? Hot sauce version 2. Hot sauce spicier edition. Hell yeah. I know you guys want that. But I don't think I'm gonna do something like that until I finish GTNH. In all honesty, because I would like to make content off of it. Sorry, but and I kind of stretching myself thin with GTNH and compact claustrophobia. I haven't even recorded compact claustrophobia. Dang, I'm a little behind. We need to make another couple of superconductors. You know what? I think I'm going to commit to making the cheaper ones. What's the cable for the 64 amps is kind of thick though. Hang on. Because you want to be able to move 64 amps of UV power. And that might be a little tricky with these cables. We are in episode 222. I need to be able to move 64 amps of UV. Mm-hmm. Lumium. How about you? Mm-hmm. I should be able to search for like this. Yeah. No, I'm not going to use infinity cables. I already know what you guys are thinking. Not yet. Lumium. Yeah, but that's a lot of amperage loss. I don't want to do that. I know Flex Electrum is a thing too, right? Yes, but it doesn't have enough amperage. It's only 48 for the big cables. I think I might as well just stick with superconductors. Duranium is not even that good, honestly. 16 amps. Ugh. So I could probably use Lumium, but that's a lot of loss, and Lumium is a little pricey, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. I'll just stick with superconductor. Well, we also have UHV, transform up and down. I didn't think about that. And this one would be HSSG cable, which is pretty cheap. I think I'm going to do this. So I'm going to transform or give this a 64 amp dynamo hatch and then transform it down or transform it up to UHV. This one. Just to move some of the power over. Yeah, just one. Drink hot sauce.
Drink hot sauce.
I actually do have hot sauce. Are you actually fine? Yeah, give me a second. I gotta start charging for stuff like this. It actually tastes pretty good. That is a creator. That was my Mexican coming out, by the way. In my head, I was trying to say criatura, but I meant to say critter. He is no longer on my wall. Okay. So we got a transformer to step up to UHV. Now I just need to move 16 amps of UHV. And now we can use HSSG. No, HSSS cable, right? Yeah. No, it did not hydrate me. It's a little spicy. I'm kind of salivating now. Hey, I gotta drink some water now. Even if you didn't tell me, I'm gonna be honest, I still do it sometimes. I mean, don't you? You just open your fridge and you look at the hot sauce and you're like, it doesn't seem too bad right now.
I'm bullying burning into procrastinating on GTNH just for fun.
4X wires. HSSS cables, my bad. I'm bullying burning into procrastinating on GTNH just for fun. All right, fine. That's what the rewards are for. Before I do that, let me double check. I'm going to be stepping up the UV, 64 amps of UV power, and to 16 amps of UHV. And I need to make 4X cables to be able to support that much UHV power. Okay. And we go. See, this is why you need a camera. It encourages people to bully me. Sorry, bullying me is not the right word. More engagement. One day, Rubber Band Bro will become Rubber Band Man. Yeah, absolutely. So before I shut off the power here, how much like power do you have backed up? Just to be safe, I'm going to turn this guy off. This way I don't void any of the raw catalyst medium because it's annoying having to restock it. Yeah, I'll put it over here. Just make sure that this is all turned off. All right, these guys are off. Okay, so I can mess with that transformer now. Turn that off, and then I'll give this a 64 amp dynamo hatch, and then a transformer. Step up. Okay. So now this is enough power to do that. No explosions, right? No explosions. Let me check if everything's chunk claimed. Yes. Because I've been moving things all over the place. Okay. So now this guy should have UHV power. Let me scan it to confirm. Yes, you do. And now this is 16 amps of UHV. You have capability for 24 amps. And I can just move it over here. This way I don't have to spend on UV superconductors because I'm not trying to. Not trying to do that. Not anymore, at least. They're a little expensive. I should save the resources. She's got wires everywhere here. Plugging in wires and like no care in the world. Hell yeah. I saw that. I need soldering alloy here. Thank you. And now you're going to be red because you are UHV powered. I have to differentiate it somehow. There we go. Now, if I want to give the CPM power, you need to have, what do you call it? Another transformer. Step down into UV. This one. Right there, right? So input UHV, step down to UV, facing down, and you step down into ZPM. Meant to put it there. Oops. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that's this recipe done. And then we have to figure out, okay, how do we get naquidine? I don't know how the heck do you pronounce this? Is it naquidine? But that A in the middle is making it real weird. Naquidine probably is correct. This is the recipe we want to do. So we need another autoclave. What is this recipe even doing, actually? Enriched naquidine-rich. You know how much stuff this is going to produce us once I actually get enough sodium hydroxide? 10 million of this. Jeez. Let's get another autoclave going. And I think while it's trying to craft... The heck? Why? What do you even need argon gas for? Wait, why do you actually need... Oh, laphium, that stuff. I mean, we have argon combs. I'm just going to give this to the fluid extractor and then that's it. If I need more argon, I'll set it up. But you enjoy. I'm not going to set up a storage for it because that's all we're going to have. Actually, you know what? It's not going to work. Let me just... manually put it in the other fluid extractor we have over here. This guy. Okay. What else do you need? All these pressure containment casings, 137 of them. 100. All right. And then that's pretty much it. I'm going to take a quick break while this crafts. 14 of you. And then when we come back, we'll set this up. I also need a ZPM energy hatch, by the way. This is going to be the important one. Of course. There we go. And then what else do I need for this guy? Well, for this recipe, I need stocking input, and that's pretty much it. So go ahead and get one crafting. Yeah. All right. We'll be right back. I'm going to get a drink of water, take a quick break, and refill my drinks. Be right back. Thank you. Six times 9 is 63. You don't need a calculator. I know my math sometimes, so I need a stack of flint, in other words. It might help out if I have some here. I think I do. Oh, yes, a lot. Oh, look, I already had the flint. Okay. He does look kind of constipated.
It's okay. Like, I'm standing up straight. Okay, first go to the left, and then you see a board. And I guess we only have one god level, so we're doing that one.
This is how I crouch. This is the button for crouching.
Difficulty. You want hardest or just
no,
medium?
We're gonna die.
Wait, Leo, look at that Owen.
Hold on. I'm trying to do things.
Huh? You gotta look at that Owen. He's doing something.
What is he doing?
Sorry, this is so funny. I don't know how well that's gonna come out in the audio, but oh man, it's funny. I need your love, I need your time, I need to be free with you tonight. I need your Okay, enough. Fix it. I'm directly pulling this right out of my ass. Okay, what was that? There's so many mobs in here. going on here? What the heck is this? Oh no. So the stuff is still crafting, just I felt like playing a little bit. This is probably going to be like a recurring theme, where if I take breaks, I'm going to play marimba because it's a good excuse to stand up and stretch my legs. This is just going to be a practice. I've been trying to get better at rolls. I don't really know what they're called. I think they're called lateral rolls, where you do a sweep, right? That's kind of slowly, and then you just speed it up. So I'm trying to practice this to get a little bit better at it. Now, what I can't do yet, this is a down-up, right? Again, I don't know the actual term for it, but I can't do the other way. Up, down. I can't do that. So that needs a lot of practice. I can do it slowly, but at the same speed as up, down, I can't do it. So that needs a little bit of practice. Other things I need to work on is it isolation? I don't really know the right term for this. I don't study music theory, so I don't really know what the heck I'm talking about. What I'm trying to say is independence, right? The left hand does something while the right hand does something else. That's something I need to work on, right? So this is my mallet 3 and then mallet 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's kind of the naming convention to these. And then I switch to mallet 4. That's a little bit of practice though. And if I want to make it sound a little different, just change the scale. But yeah, that's something I need to work on, is being able to roll. Work in progress. Okay. Then we go back to the stream, put the music, and we're back. Thanks for your patience. I think everything should have crafted by now. Yep. Sweet. Right on time, too. Yeah, it was the stocking input hash that was taking a little bit. You're going to hear something. What's the old meme? Cracking a cold one with the boys or something like that? Yup. Okay. So we have this autoclave now, and something I don't like about the autoclave is that it doesn't really work with the hologram projector. So if I try to modify everything, it just does not work. So I'm going to give this Electrum flux coils, and yeah, you just can't change it. It's the autoclave. It's busted. It refuses to work. That's fine. So this guy is going to be, what's the wide multi-block, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. So I can probably... I didn't want to do that. Oh, well. Here we go. Let's just try. build as much as possible. Yeah, and then it breaks because it doesn't have any of the glass it wants to use, and it's just annoying. Does the glass tier even matter? Energy consumption doesn't look like it, no. Oh, it doesn't have enough reinforced glass? Is that what it is? Oh, yeah, you don't. Okay, make 1,000. No, please, make 1,000. There you go. Yeah, the autoclaves are usually something that I built by hand because of little bug they have with them, where they don't allow the other channels to be modified. I don't know what the deal is with it, but that's just how it is. Not much I can do about it. Okay, I'm just... And then it freezes because of the bronze pipe casings. You know what? I think it's a good idea just to make them. Yeah. And then I can replace them after it actually crafts. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to turn off GT no hatch. Or I guess activate it. And then just start making recipes for all this stuff. Circuit 12, what the heck? I don't think I have a Circuit 12 ass machine. Nope. So you're going to be made in a pattern terminal instead, because miss me with that. And then I think copper nickel coils is the other thing it's going to want. Make a couple of you. Oh, it already put all the stuff. No. Don't want any of that. Why is there a neutron accelerator in there? What the heck? See, this is why you want GT no hash, so it doesn't just put random things there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, get out of here. Okay. So you're still making the bronze frame boxes. You're a little slow. I should probably make more of those at a time. I don't need you. Energy hatch is finished. You also need a muffler, I think. Yes. So mufflers. You're going to need a stocking input. And you need all four. So stocking input bus, and the 2 output hatches. So fluid output hatch and a output bus. All right. Tin item pipe casing. Yeah, I'm going to have to craft this just so I can finish the multi-block without me having to manually do anything, and then I'll just replace everything later. I think it ends up being a lot faster. I think I need 7 of them, so I'll make 10. You don't know how to make 10 frame boxes. That's not a problem, actually. That's circuit 4. Right there. Okay. Okay. You also need polytetrafluoroethylene frame boxes. That's right. A bunch of them. 100. Sure. What else do you need? That's pretty much it. All right. Yeah. And then we'll give it the replacement. So we want to give this electrum flux coils. We also want the tungsten steel pipe casings and the black plutonium item pipe casings. There we go. This is way easier because now I can just manually replace all the stuff inside it. So I will rip this apart. So you get replaced. Basically, all of you will get replaced. Okay, so you're going to get replaced with these three. So tungsten steel goes right here. And then item pipe black plutonium goes right there. And then we give it the electrum flux coil blocks up here. There we go. You should be fully built now. Well, not yet. You still need the other supporting stuff, like a muffler hatch up here. You also need a maintenance hatch right over here. Right there. And then all of the I/O is happening basically over here. Yeah, right here. You need 4 of them. So all of you will be the I/O. So here's stocking input. And then stocking input. And then the output hatch. And then output bus. Got a whole bunch of you. Oops. Right there. How many channels? We only have 2 channels. That should be fine. Oops. Right there. And then the energy hatch, which is going to go back here. Right? Yeah. So you need some transformers. I think I need to clear my throat for a little bit. Yeah, get a bunch of you, and then I guess we'll make a bunch of you. So you need a transformer right there to step down to CPM, but I need another one to step down to UV. So that's going to do this recipe. And yeah, I don't think I need to store this anywhere because it's going to get processed into Nakoda. I think that's really all that it's useful for. Yeah. But the next step is to get the Nakoda rich solution, which is going to be fun because that means a really large neutron activator. And I know you guys love big multi-blocks. I know I do. Right there. Double check before I blow everything up. This is stepping down to UHV, and this is stepping down to ZPM. Stepping to UV and then to ZPM. Yeah, both facing down. Yeah, no explosions. Right there. Okay. And painted red so I know what tier power this is. Okay. So I think this is already good to go. You just need to actually activate. And so this is going to have sodium hydroxide. And you are going to have an aqueduct rich solution. And that's pretty much it. Yes, and I should also start taking off recipes that make this stuff. So the Nakodine, yeah, take it off. I don't need that anymore. Nakoda dust, I can take this off as well. We're steadily going down the rabbit hole to make this stuff. Okay, next step is the neutron activator. Can I make an accelerator? I can. I think I will because they're not that expensive. So I'm going to give this UOPLC wafer. How am I giving this? I'm still using a Tesla coil for some stuff. And I guess I'll use it for that. I won't change that. I'm not going to tear down the Tesla coil. It is a very important part of our base. So I need to give the wafers over here to a green lens, right? Yeah. This is the laser engraver. Is emerald fine or green sapphire? I think it's emerald that we want, right? Let me see here if, yeah, okay. That should work. And then, yeah, make a neutron, ZPM neutron accelerator. And then, while that's crafting, I can move the actual multi-block over. So this guy is going to need a lot of steel frame box. We got a lot of them already. A lot of reinforced glass. And then that's pretty much it. And then everything else is whatever I have on me. Yeah. Okay. Let's break you. And then rip it apart. Oh, that's it. Oh, that's just, yeah, I haven't upgraded yet. I thought this was going to be a nightmare to rip apart. Because for the other ones, they were set up over here. You can see the hole in the roof. But this one I never actually set up to be 64 blocks tall. So I don't have to rip it apart. That's good. But when I place it down, it will be set up with 64 blocks, just like the other ones. Yeah, okay. And then we'll take off this recipe here. Bye. And then we'll go put it over there. What tier is this? I should have enough schematics to do this. I think this will be a lot faster because I want 64. So we want it to be tier 61. So I need that many blueprints. These guys. Yeah, I need more of these. How much lapis do I have? 39,000. That should be good enough, actually. Schematic. I guess I'll craft. Yeah, sure, 60 of them. It's faster to craft them manually. There we go. Okay, I got plenty of you. This one needs 61. Like that. And then I'll just tell this to GT no hatch. Value 1. Yeah. And this guy is going to go right here. Hopefully it works. Be funny if it didn't. Put it right here. Oh, yeah. It works. Go, 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 go. Oh, yeah, I love that. I built the other two manually. It's not a very good idea for me to do that, but I did. still building. How much is it gonna go? Oh, there it is. Okay. And I guess I'll put this, have a stack of it with me in storage, sure. Oh yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, so all of the assistance it'll need. I need a neutron sensor over here. And the controller is enabled with redstone. And then I need another neutron sensor over here. This one is going to have a neutron accelerator, but I'm going to take off the machine controller and put the one that we're crafting, which is now finished. Great. That guy goes here. Machine controller. And you should be set to enable. Now, the recipe that I'm going to be doing is Nakodal-rich solution, which needs 200 mega electron volts. So I'm going to tell this neutron sensor to output at, I already forgot, 205. Like that. And this one will be 205 mega. And I don't remember if it's inverted or not. Let me double check here. Yeah, you're on normal. You're on inverted. Okay. Okay, and then I'll just give this a coil. So now you're going to charge up. Has problems. You need a maintenance hatch. Yeah, right here. Unless you put a maintenance hatch somewhere else without my permission, that would really suck. Oh, no, it worked. Yeah, okay. I forget that these blocks do take a while to actually build because of how large it is. And it's also just tech stuff in general. Okay, so what's the input-output I'm going to need to give this? We're going to be doing this recipe. Make Nakodal-rich solution. You need fluid output and item output. So that'll be over here. First of all, let me set up the border here. So you are going to have output bus. Like that. And then you need fluid input. So that is stocking. I should have crafted another stocking input bus or hatch. That's fine. We can wait a little bit for that one. And that one's going to be way up there. I'm going to need to connect wireless AE2 over here though to go up. Not a problem. So we got a bunch of things crafting, and then this one's waiting for that to finish. I think what I should do from now on is just make like 100 or something, a good amount of stocking input hatches, because we're always having to wait around for those. Our base does look pretty interesting from up here. There's a lot of unused space here, though. I should really do something with it. Later. So this is where the stocking input bus is going to go. Excuse me, the stocking input hatch. Yeah. And then it's going to do this recipe. I should probably deal with everything here. So this is going to produce adamantine dust, and we just electrolyze it. But I need to make sure, before I do that, if we have a space for adamantium. Yes, we do. Okay. What I will also do is have it voided over here in case we have too much of it. Right there. And then I will add it to our little electrolyzer over here that handles all of the random stuff. So adamantine dust. Right there. Oh no, we have 30,000. Well, you're going to be busy for a while. Actually, how busy? You're fine. Yeah, you can deal with that. Other things that this is going to produce is that and this. Isn't this something we get from mining? Yeah, so I do have a spot for it already, so I don't really care about this, but I should add a void to this just in case. Yeah, it's not here. I'll add a void to it just in case we pile up too much. And then this stuff over here, concentrated enriched Naquados sludge dust. Wait. Oh, this is, I'm already doing this. Okay, so I don't have to worry about this. This is already getting consumed. Okay. So we're pretty much done with that. Wow. I mean, I still need to figure out how to make this solution here, which is the next step. But getting to that point is not too bad. So controllers, wireless connectors are done. I'll go ahead and set those up while we wait for the other guy to finish the stocking input hatch. The road is long, just one more song, a little something to remind you when I'm gone, when I'm gone. The road to hell, along the way, is paved with good intentions. So you need to get an Aquadot adamantium solution. Now it goes right here. We got a good amount of it. Are you already charged? Oh yeah, you are. Okay. This guy's set up now. Alright, I don't need you or you or you. I'll keep the rest of the stuff on me just in case. So this is done. So now we're getting all of this stuff ready. Yes. Next step is this guy, which is a chemical reactor, which needs P507 and whatever this is. So we're almost getting there, yeah. So chemical reactor is next. We'll put that guy over here. Let's get a ZPM energy hatch ready. You need naquidine dust. For what? Fine. I think I just need to prepare a bunch of this stuff here. Nicodiadamantium solution is what I need to prepare. That's what I'm trying to get in the first place. Yeah, I'll do that. Get this crafted. There we go. Just get a whole bunch of it going. Should give us a good amount of whatever to continue. And then we want the CPM energy hatch, but I'll craft it with missing inputs. So this recipe needs another stocking input hatch. Of course you do. And you also need, well, let's get the actual chemical reactor going. Right there. All right, so you're going to have a maintenance hatch up there. And then qubit border, just like all the other machines have. CPM hatch is being worked on. You're also going to need the stocking input and an output hatch right here. Which reminds me, there's something I need to check because I think this is a byproduct. I don't remember if I'm voiding this from a long time ago. There's a couple of things I'm voiding, like in this little cell over here. There's some stuff going in here. Bromine, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Everything else, I won't really worry about it. All right. All of this stuff over there is like old stuff, old setup. Good times being back there. All right. Energy hatch is waiting on Naquidine? I don't even know anymore. Antimony trichloride solution is something. Ethanol. You might not be working because the base is trying to jumpstart. So this is happening more often, which tells me I think we need a bigger buffer. So let's try and prepare for that. I highly doubt I'm going to be able to make the UHV capacitor, but this is going to be a really good solution next. Is making this guy over here. I think this is what I want to go for next. It's extremely expensive though. But it does look like something we can do. Yeah, we can do it. It's atrocious to craft, but we can do it. I think we should plan for this. Another, I guess, long-term solution. We do want this as well. But another good thing to work on, which is probably better off, is making UV capacitors. Let me see here. Loses energy equal to 1% of the total capacity, capped at 1 milli. Maybe I don't want to do that. How many casings does it need is what I was curious about. No, it can just be regular ones. So maybe I just want to craft more of them. It's a little expensive though. We're not quite ready for that. I'll come back to this, but yeah, it looks like a good idea would be for us to make a bigger buffer so that we don't actually have to worry about this happening often. Because our base generates power, and then while it generates power, it shuts off the big machines. Pretty much all of the megas it will shut off. And we have to flip the streamer switch so that doesn't happen. And as we add machines, it's going to get a little more tricky to actually do that. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, you're so slow. You're going to get passive so hard once I figured this out. All right, one step at a time though. Otherwise I'm going to get a little lost. Yeah. Well, what kind of machines do I need? What's the next machine do I need? I can probably set it up now. I think next up is to make... I won't make P507 because P507 is pretty cheap. And we already have recipes for this. So I think the next thing I'll work on is this guy. So this is the one that's super slow. I don't know if if it's going to be passive, I'll just have one machine. Yeah, okay, the centrifuge is next. Make a bunch of you. Another CPM energy hatch, of course you do. Right there. And you need another stocking input hatch, of course you do. It's the way I am. Yeah, check it out. It does craft it into the next step, which is great. Yeah, we are able to do this. So that recipe finished. So if for now, if I need more Aquadine, I can just take off the recipe. Which reminds me, this guy does all of this stuff here. Do I have recipes for any of this? No. So that's okay. That's already finished then. I don't have to deal with that. You're making europium. You make it in the compact fusion, so that's okay. It's americium that troubles me. We haven't really been spending too much americium. Yeah, we haven't really done much with it, but that's because I haven't made a lot of UV parts. A lot of my upgrades is based on the ZPM tier. So we're not really hurting on americium and neutronium because we don't really use that in ZPM. But once I start upgrading everything to UV power and up, oh man, rest in peace, all of our neutronium and americium. I really do need to work on Compact Fusion Mark II. Maybe I'll set up some recipes while this is waiting around. Yeah, I'll do that. Compact Mark II, I need this. It struggled so hard to think about it. I don't even know what you need. This is so expensive. Absolutely going to be like a multi-day craft, I think, or I'm going to have to really fix this up. But I think this is one of the first things I want to work on after I get biocatalyst medium, because this is a major goal for us right now, is getting the biocatalyst medium set up, because it's going to solve our issues here with needing fluid for more circuits. So whenever we see volumetric flasks missing, that's because it's trying to craft that many times of biocatalyst medium, which it has, it crafts basically non-stop, but we consume it faster than we can produce it. So I need to get that set up, but I need to solve our Nakoda issue first. All right, we have the energy hatch ready. Let's get my transformers. All right, so this guy. You also need the stocking input. One of them is ready. Yeah, thank you. So you're going to have stocking input hatch, and you're going to have ZPM power, and you're going to step down, and then step down again. There you go. Then we give this red spray can, so I know that this is UHV power. And then we're going to bring in the, not that one, the AE2 channels over here. So before I actually give this stuff here, so what are you going to make? All of this. Nakoda adamantium solution. I fully intended to get produced, so I don't have to store it. To get processed, that is. But the fluorine, I can't say that. Fluorine? That's really hard for me to say. hang on. Let me take a drink first. Let me prepare for this. The fluorine-rich waste liquid, I can't say that, is here. I think I'm doing this, over here. This is an older setup. Let me double check here. It's been a while. Yes, I am doing something with it, but you also need quicklime dust, which I don't think you're getting this from anywhere. I can set it up like this, but fluorspar, and you can break it into more calcium. And hang on, I gotta figure this guy out. Is fluorspar here? I know waste liquid. I'm dealing with it in the distillation tower we have way out here, somewhere right here. Fluorine waste liquid is being dealt with. Yeah. Not the rich waste liquid. I meant this one. But the fluorspar, Oh, you're not being dealt with. Oh no. This is an electrolyzer, so I can put this over here. But I need somewhere to store fluorine. I don't think I have any fluorine cells. No, I don't. So let's set one up. 4096 fluid storage. Yeah, okay. So that's going to deal with the fluorine that we produce over here. And then calcium, do you have this voided? Yes, you do. Oh, so calcium's already ready. I don't have to deal with that, but that's going to give us a lot of calcium actually, and fluorine, which is don't really know what it could be helpful for. Yeah, all the plasmas, sure. But I would like this guy to be able to store a mass amount of it. I'll cancel that. All right, that's ready. And let's go filter everything. This guy will have fluorine cell. And then you're going to void excess fluorine and then accept the fluorine into this subnet. And you get placed in our little drive. And now we have fluorine accounted for, and I should be able to just throw it into this electrolyzer here that deals with random things. How fast are you? It's an MV recipe, so it's going to be incredibly fast. Yeah, look at that. 4 million. How much? You don't have enough item output space. Wow. Anyways, we have fluorine now. Okay. And then quicklime dust. I don't think I'm making this anywhere. You can make sulfuric acid right here. What the heck? Since when? But if I check here, we have... Oh, okay, yeah, I gotta deal with it. Yeah, so I think I'm going to set up a dedicated chemical reactor for this instead of over there. I mean, well... No, we have a ton of it. I think I'll take it out. Yeah. I mean, I do want to move stuff over there. And also, I don't even know if this thing has been running at all. Oh, that's a legacy output. Yeah, that's how you know it's been old. So we need a chemical reactor, a stocking input hatch. I'm going to craft another one because the other recipes are going to need it, and then we'll just give everything CPM energy hatch because I can. Add a mantium-rich solution. I'm just going to make 100,000 of it again. And there you go. And to continue putting the other machines down. I should be able to turn this on, though, actually. Yeah, I should be able to turn it on. You have power. You're powered. Yeah. So this will help me out, actually. So this recipe was doing P507 and that low quality Naquados solution. And P507. And you're getting output to all of that. So I'll leave this running now. And then right next to it will be the chemical reactor that deals with the byproducts. And we have to deal with the byproducts because we don't have an unlimited amount of calcium either. I may have to set up something for a quicklime though, because I don't think we're getting this from anywhere. Doesn't look like it, no. Well, Do I want to really set up an ash centrifuge? Not really. I think all of our quicklime was coming from the bauxite line, but we tore that down a long time ago. Like a very long time ago. So no, I won't worry about that. I'll probably just set up this recipe or this one here to keep turning that into quicklime. And probably just have a little bit amount of it, like I don't know, a 64K drive or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, we need a stocking input hatch, a energy hatch here. You need maintenance. That's not how it works. Right there. Nope. There. So this guy needs input fluid, all 4. Got you. So you need the other stocking input bus. What is... I keep consuming these, and I don't know why. I know I've made like 10 of them. Where are they going? Is it you? I don't know where they're going. I keep making them. I know I've crafted a bunch of these. Am I really using them that much? That's probably what's happening, but I know I've crafted like 10 like not too long ago. I don't know. No. I crafted a bunch of output buses. Never mind. I'm just weird. That's okay. We're all a little weird in our own ways. All right, so this guy needs to step down to CPM and then step down to UV. And that's what this cable here is here for. Too much love is not enough for me. Okay. So that guy's powered now. We just need the stocking input bus. These guys craft kind of fast, actually, because you can make these in HV, right? Yep. Right there. All right. How many channels? Because I've been adding a bunch of machines today. 11. I got channel space. Not an issue. Right there. Mm-hmm. So, oh, fix. There we go. So what this guy is going to do is consume the fluorine-rich waste liquid and quicklime in the item input. Duh. And there's none. Of course not. And then you're going to output fluorspar, which is dealt with in the electrolyzer, and the waste liquid, which is dealt with in the distillation tower. So I think I need to set up another chemical reactor to actually produce quicklime, because we're not getting this from anywhere else. I mean, I can do multiple things. I can have a ash centrifuge, which might be a thing, because we have a ton of ash and we don't really do anything with it. Yeah, we're producing ash from that setup. Oh, our bastnasite line started picking up because we've been consuming that much stuff. I would lie. I do need to set this up to be passive also, but I won't worry about it. It's not really that critical for us right now. I think I'll set up a centrifuge for this. Because the centrifuge can also give us a little bit of phosphorus, which we all know we're struggling on phosphorus. Yeah, centrifuge. For ash. I can probably just, I can set this. No. I think it needs to be a dedicated one, unless. Yeah, it needs to be a dedicated one, because I think it's just going to keep up with just ash, and that's it. Let me see what's going on with this guy over here, in case I don't need to make another one. This guy has a lot of stuff it's dealing with. I think I'm going to steal it. I don't think it's doing much stuff right now. Yeah, it's not really doing much. Yeah, I'll rip it apart. Before I rip it apart, let me break the coil so it doesn't complain at me. Doesn't shut off our Tesla tower. This guy's going to be doing just ash. Okay. And then we do give this a schematic. Take a drink first. Uh-oh. We should be fine. I'm starting to intrude on this guy over here. Should be fine. Alright, so this guy needs a muffler. You need a maintenance hatch. And then you're going to need a stocking input bus. I don't want to give it advanced, but just a normal one. So you get stocking input and then output bus right here. Like that. And that's pretty much it. And then we got to power it with a energy hatch. I don't think I have one. Let me give you a CPM energy hatch over here. Craft one. If I use something, craft it right back. And this is only going to be ash. And you need the double transformer. So we need a CPM and a UV one. And then give this guy a cable. Just like that. I need the MEIO port next. The heck was that? I gotta clear my throat every now and then. Put it over here. Mostly because there's a bunch of items in this guy, just to get rid of them. Yeah, okay. I think I'll use this for some of the items that we're going to get byproducts of. We'll see. But you have power, you don't have connection to AE2 though. Do that. Then do this. Right there. And then you're going to get ash. And this is going to give us a trickle amount of quicklime, which is what we're looking for. So ashes. Yep. And then run. How fast do you run? You're actually pretty quick. 16 seconds to generate a bunch of stuff. Okay, and then let's check all of the byproducts that this makes. I think I'm just going to send basically everything into a centrifuge and/or electrolyzer, also known as these guys, and then break them down to their base resources. So for example, banded iron, I can break this down into iron and oxygen. So I'll do that. And then I can I think I'm going to filter this guy to iron as well, in case I get too much of it. We already have it here, though. At least I think I do. I hope I do. Yeah, we have to. It's one of the base resources. Soda ash is electrolyzed into carbon and sodium and oxygen. I think we have all of those accounted for over here. We have sodium. Carbon. We might not have carbon. No, we don't. I know we have carbon in our storage here, so I know it's filtered correctly. Yeah. So that's soda ash. Yeah, so I can put that here as well in the is that electrolyzer? Yep. Enjoy. Phosphorus pentoxide would be a electrolyzer as well. Quicklime. I think I'm gonna store this separately. I'm not really using ash for too much stuff, so yeah, I'm gonna store this separately. I'm gonna give this a, I guess 4096. Might as well, right? So you get filtered to quicklime, and then void excess quicklime just in case. Add it to the filter here. And then there you go. So we now have quicklime. Actually, are you filtered to anything? Yes, you are. All right, so quicklime is done. Potash. It's a bunch of stuff here. Because I use this for raw fluoroflagopite, I think I'm going to not process it. I think I'm just going to keep it as potash. Because we craft potash, don't we? No? How am I making this? I guess I'm using this recipe. All right. If I don't use potash anywhere, I'm going to break it down. So that can just be that, like that and like that. I just need to make sure I actually have potassium being voided, which I don't think I do. I know I have it out here, but I don't have it anyway. No, I don't. I guess not. I don't. Okay. Good to know. So we put the potassium there and get a 4096 cell. Filter it to potassium. Yeah, I don't have it anywhere. Wow. Well, you know what? It might also be here, now that I think about it. I forget that these drives are filled with a bunch of random stuff. I don't really know a good way to confirm this. Yeah, I don't really know a good way. You know what? I'm just going to assume another good way to confirm is if I see potassium anywhere else. So I can try doing this over here. Double click. Yeah, if potassium doesn't show up here, then that means we don't have it. Okay. But that means I should be able to break down potash next. There we go. And then magnesia. I think we're already dealing with this somewhere. I think. Magnesia. Yeah, we're dealing with this somewhere. I'm just gonna assume it's still being worked on. I think it's over here in this little machine. Yeah. Okay, so I won't worry about that then. Okay, so I think all of this is ready to go. How much quicklime do I have now? Good amount. And then, I mean, it's gonna be slow, and I'm okay with that. Just yeah, it is working though. That's what matters. Um. Anyways, we should continue with this though. So now we have this recipe going. We're just producing these two. So we need to have something for P507. I'll work on this some other time. But we also need to work on low quality Naquados solution. This is the one that's going to need us another centrifuge. And of course, more sodium hydroxide. The amount of sodium hydroxide we need for this is kind of funny. Yeah, it's kind of a lot. This recipe though is doing what? Naquados adamantium solution. I'm going to stop crafting this though. Yeah, take that out. So if I need it, I'll craft this step, I think. Anyways, next step is to get a centrifuge going. Another one. And you have a machine controller. I'll take that out. Right there. Lots of machines we're adding today. I love that. You need a muffler hatch right there, and then a maintenance hatch right over here. Take a drink. Okay. Has problems. No, you don't. And you're going to need a stocking input. Basically, you need all four, right? Yep. So you and you. And then a energy hatch. Try to craft one whenever you can. Stocking input hatch. If I use one, craft one so that I don't have to wait anymore. That's a good idea. Stocking input hatch goes right here. Stocking input bus right there. And then the two outputs. I always like to have items first and then fluids second. I don't know why. I just keep doing that though. How much channels? 17 channels. We got plenty of space left. We are continuing on like that. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, you also need the power, right? Yeah. Give you the CPM energy hatch back here. Then do not plug that directly into the UHV line because you're going to explode. So input UV, input UHV. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, I'm glad it did it like this because otherwise we would have had to use like a lot of superconductor cables. And I know most of the other base is using superconductors, but I'm adding a lot of machines now instead of just a couple. And using HSSS cables is a lot cheaper. Yeah, there's cable loss to them, but it's not as much as it would be. Like, it's not as much really compared to how much power that's running through here. I'm not really concerned with that cable loss. It's kind of the idea you want to go with whenever. It's not about loss, it's about amps. Yeah, I know. What I'm trying to say is cable loss doesn't really matter when you're at this point. We have 24 amps going into here, which is more than 16 amps of output from this transformer. I will always match the amperage at the source. Always. But I'm starting to use like actual cables instead of superconductors because they're cheaper. I was over here like Mr. Moneybags trying to use superconductors for everything, but they're getting a little pricey, especially for, you know, all of this. So I'm trying to reduce the amount of cost. I take another drink. What did I do wrong this time? This guy needs sodium hydroxide. Everything needs sodium hydroxide. I should really upgrade this. And this guy is going to need low quality Naquadol emulsion. It's a whole bunch of you. And you're going to output into a bunch of stuff. Now, what do I do with this stuff? Good question. I got no idea. Did I tell you to run? Stop. Antimony and gallium hydroxide. So, I think antimony is being stored out here, but I don't think we're voiding excess. So I'm going to do that over here. Antimony. No, we're not. So I'll put that there, and now we're dealing with antimony. And then gallium hydroxide is... I can probably just... I think it's best for me to... Well... Am I using this anywhere? I don't remember. No, we're not really doing much with it. Don't I have a chemical reactor that also combines sodium with something? Yeah. All right, you're getting it. Just get thrown in there too. That's going to make sodium hydroxide, which we already have, and then gallium, which I just got to make sure that I'm going to be voiding excess because this stuff is there. Yeah, it's dealt with already, but I need to make sure it's in the void cell here to deal with excess. No, it is not, but now it is. All right, this guy should be good to go now. Now you can start. All right, this guy is going to be doing this recipe forever and ever. Okay. Next up is to get low quality Naquadol emulsion. Blast furnace. I've always been a little bit on the fence of what to do about blast furnaces, but I think for like one-off machines like this, I was thinking of putting it in the Mega. But my issue with it is, well, I think I should. Yeah, I'm going to set up a little something for the Mega, because this stuff is what we get from ore mining. We're going to have a ton of this stuff. I'll set it up in the Mega, but Lev will maintain it so that it doesn't always run. How about that? Yeah, let's try that. So we need a... Are stocking input buses redstone controlled? No. I can use a toggle bus. I have an idea. We're going to just give it a HV input bus. How about a stocking input hatch? You know what? I have an idea. We're like way past due, but the EBF should really use a stocking input hatch instead of the quadruple hatch that it uses. Yeah, we're past due. And this time I can have all of the fluids I could ever want into this guy. Let's do that. This guy got stuck, I think. I don't even know what's going on with you, but I think the base is trying to jumpstart itself again. So I'm going to break this. And then, do I really care about saving this? I might as well. I have the cells for it. There you go. And then you're going to have xenon, oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen. There you go. Enjoy. And one of those fluids is going to be fluoroantimonic acid. I have some of it. Device online. Uh-huh. Why aren't you getting the fluids? I think maybe it just has to run, right? I think it just has to run. How many channels do you even have? This is Mojito. It's still using the old P2P network. And I'm not going to move it because I'm going to probably break the entire network if I do that. We have 4 channels left. Good to know. So I think what I'm going to do, this guy's already maxed. I'll put it over here. I'm going to have a input bus over here. Well, stocking input bus would be pretty good, actually. And the toggle bus, I think. Yeah, do that. So I'm going to have a stocking input bus over here, and I need like a level emitter. Because I don't want to craft so much of this that it causes us issues. I think I want to just craft a huge batch of it and then just leave it there. You know, I don't want to use toggle bus on this one because I feel like it's going to keep rebuilding our network over and over again, and that's not a good idea. Let's just stick with the normal export bus. I mean, the other option is just to have a dedicated, well, actually, I'm thinking about how much of this stuff do we have? Hell no. I'm thinking of just putting this on there, but it's going to take forever to process. I think the answer here is to have a dedicated blast furnace for this. Or a level emitter, maybe? No, this is already a super strong blast furnace. Just do it like this. Yeah. Alright. I should probably turn off the machine first, but that's fine. You're going to have a input bus. Never mind, you're going to have to craft first. Where are my input buses? I thought I had more. I guess they got used for the stocking. I still haven't dealt with wood. Of course not. I think our base is trying to generate power again. That's why the blast furnace isn't running. Yep. Streamer switch. Turn it on. Oh yeah, look at that. What are you even trying to make? There's a lot of things I need to work on to make passive. I think for the other setups like plant line and monocyte, bastocide, that's probably going to be something off camera. But the major ones, like the ones that we really need right now in Aqueduct, it's going to be right now. I think I'll keep going until I get this going. And by get this going, I mean take a quick break because it is about 3 hours into the session. Jeez. So I'm going to take a quick break and refill my drinks, and I'll be right back. Thank you. Okay, so we got it built. Pressure poop injector. It's very cramped in here, right? But that's okay. Is it going? It scared me. At least Ben survived. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's the whole base. Goodbye. Okay. Oh yeah, you absolutely want to be careful because if you don't do it correctly, goodbye to your entire base. Alright. Let's go check what happened to the rest of the base. You already know what's gonna happen. I still need to stretch my legs. Watch this. I'm getting old. You can hear my bones pop. No, I guess not. Improv. Let's do improv. Yeah. I'll get better at improv one day, I promise. Okay, I think everything should be ready now. Yeah. Put the music back on. So, yeah, I'm going to be setting it up here in the blast furnace. Probably going to be voiding some things by accident, though. It's fine. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm going to have an input bus going into this guy. Like right there. And you're going to have circuit 1 exporting stuff into here. We have some channels available still, so I should be good to do this. At least I hope I do. I should have enough channels for this, yeah. So I'm going to be exporting Nakodal oxide mixture dust into here. Might as well give it a bunch of acceleration cards. I already have some on me. There you go. Enjoy. So you're going to have a bunch of those, and you're going to need the antimonic acid, which I'm pretty sure is already consumed, right? No, you don't have it right there. Right there. Yes, yes, yes. So instead of controlling this guy, I think what I'm going to do is wherever I'm making fluoroantimonic acid, that's what I want to control. I think you have input separation, right? Yes. So none of the other circuits are going to interfere with this, because you can also make this into Nakodon nuggets, right? But no, I don't want to do that. So the redstone control is going to happen whenever I make the antimonic acid. And I'm going to tell this machine to stop whenever I have enough Nakodon motion. I don't want too much of this. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But otherwise, this guy's going to have all of this ready. I guess I can just give this a stocking bus now because I have it like this. Yeah, let's do that. I like how the blast furnace turns off for like a split second. It's so funny. Right there. All right. I know you guys can hear it. Where am I even producing this stuff? What are you stuck on? I don't know, but I'm just going to cancel you. I don't think we're actually producing anything. Okay. So this guy's already dealt with. I just need to tell, well, we have a byproduct here. I think this byproduct is also going to be circuit 1. I want somewhere to deal with hydrofluoric acid. Yeah. And then hot titanium ingots, we can just have a boatload of this somewhere. Yeah, I'll do that. So we have some things to set up the byproducts, just so that it doesn't mess up with their storage in the long run. You don't want that to happen. So hydrofluoric acid, I don't know if we have this made anywhere. We have 128 million. I'm pumping this, aren't I? I think so. I think I'm pumping this. I'll still add it over here, though. So I want a 4096 fluid storage. I should probably be making more of these over time. Titanium tetrafluoride, we only have 2. I think this is being made already somewhere. I think so, over here. I know we have another. Yeah, it's being made. It is. Okay, I won't worry about that then. And we do have titanium. I'll add titanium to our wall of storage, because it is something we mass produce because of that. And I think we make it through other ways too. So let's get another 4096, one for hydrofluoric, and then one's for titanium. So we're going to tell this guy to hold hydrofluoric acid. And we're going to tell this guy to hold titanium ingots. And then this guy needs to void excess titanium ingots, which is really weird to think about, but yeah, we're going to have to do that. I need you to void excess hydrofluoric, and then you need to accept titanium ingots, and you need to accept hydrofluoric. Yeah, and that should be everything. And we just add these 2 drives over here. There we go. So now we have a source of that and that. So this stuff is already dealt with. And we're gonna have a ton of this once we actually get this going. So we still need a source of fluoroantimonic acid. That is what's next. Yeah, that's what's next. So we need a chemical reactor for this. How many channels do I have? Starting to add a lot of machines over here. 21 channels. We got some space left. Add a chemical reactor for this. Hydrofluoric acid is something we're going to be getting by accident. Antimony pentafluoride is... I don't even know what the heck. Hydrofluoric and antimony pentachloride, which is solution. It's a bunch of recipes. Uh-oh. That's fine. We got to work on this one step at a time. It's what I should have been doing a long time ago anyways. So it's just part of the process, right? All right. I'm out of qubit? How dare you? Okay. So now this recipe here just needs stocking input and output bus. Thank you. And output bus. No, output hatch, sorry. And because I took one, I already got one ready actually. All right, so this guy is going to be down here. Both of you, so input hatch, output hatch, and then energy hatch. Thank you. All right, transformers. I'm running out of you. Might as well craft a bunch of you just in case. No Nacodine. So we need to be able to craft, I think, low quality Nacodine motion next. Yeah. I don't know, make me like a million. I don't have enough. The heck? It's ether. I mean, I'm going to be passively making this anyways, but can I make 100,000 maybe? Yeah, go for it. Trying to make fluoroantimonic acid. Okay. I still have enough transformers though to work on this. Right there. We're running out of HSSG cables though. It shouldn't be too bad. Make me a stack. Thank you. Okay. Then I should have enough channels. I think I saw 20 something there. So we have enough channel space. I don't need you, or you. Or you. Right there. So you, circuit 1. You don't have a circuit on you. Hang on. Thank you. Give it to the controller. Right there. And you're going to accept hydrofluoric acid and antimony pentafluoride. Yeah. And you're going to need a little bit of redstone control, though, to do this. You need a maintenance hatch as well. Right there. Okay, you should be good to go. Now, the output to this is going to be stored in, I think, a 64K fluid cell. Well, and make it a 4K fluid cell. And don't void. I don't want this running all the time. Well, in that case, I don't actually have to add redstone controls. I just need to make sure it doesn't keep producing. No, I can add both. I can add this guy to stop overproducing, and then the other one to stop producing at all if I don't need to. So I'm gonna need a level emitter either way. This one. Hurry up. Okay, there it is. 4K fluid. And then I'm going to filter this to that. Well, I forget. I could just use big output hatches, right? Yeah. Let's do that. Forgot about this. I can just use big output hatches. Yeah, we'll use EPM ones for the things that we're not really mass producing. And if I need more, then I can always upgrade it. So this guy is going to have a CPM output hatch instead. And then we'll give this a storage bus. Yeah, it's just one less step compared to what I was thinking of doing. So this guy is going to have fluoroantimonic acid and then extract only. So right there. And I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah, I won't add redstone control to this because 1 million of it is honestly not too much. So we're going to keep producing this. Well, and then it goes back to the issue where I'm going to have too much of this. We do need redstone control. Fine. Let's give it like a gray color or something. I don't have a gray color on me. I'll just do this. Let's get a machine controller. Put it right there and then repaint this to gray. Like that, so it doesn't look funny. Yeah. So you're going to have fluoroantimonic acid. And no. Wherever it gets used. Low quality and aqueduct emulsion. I'll give you 1 million of this. And then turn this on when levels are below limit. There we go. I give you a controller to turn on with redstone. So right now you should be powered because there's not enough of this emulsion stuff in the storage. Because I'm pretty sure this is going to be way faster than, I don't know, it's just in case we end up mass producing that stuff. Anyways, next step is to get the antimony pentafluoride. Why wouldn't I do this? This is just less steps. Crushed ice? Like we're getting ice by accident from... I think we're getting crushed ice somewhere. Where am I even getting crushed ice? Probably supercoolant byproduct. But I can always just set up something for this. Is this easier to make than this recipe over here? This is like antimony pentachloride, which is antimony pentachloride solution, which is antimony trichloride solution, which is like 1 million other things. Yeah, I'd rather just do this recipe. So this guy's going to have fluorine, which we are producing fluorine somewhere. Yeah, I'll do this. Antimony pentafluoride solution. And then all of this other stuff. So we need a way to get crushed ice. We're gonna need to. But let's set it up. Oops. So you need a energy hatch. You need output hatch and then inputs, both inputs. Got you. You're going to have a ZPM output hatch just like before because that's really your only use is being here. Otherwise, we do need the 2 inputs. Craft an extra one. Thank you. And then have a stocking input bus right there. How many energy hatch do I need another one? Yep. Don't know how to craft that yet. Okay, so this guy is one right here. And the stocking input right there. Transformers. I'm gonna need a couple of them. Don't have enough Nagodon. Oh no. Alright, so what you're missing is honestly it's just antimony pentafluoride and fluorantimonic acid. No, that's too much. Yeah, go for it. How am I even making this? Ew, I'm using the old method. Why did I do this versus the other way? I don't get it. So I'm curious here. Does this give you enough ether? Is this something you need to produce? Or do we get enough back? You know you get enough back. Okay, so I just need to have some ether in the storage. Which we have a good amount. Okay. As long as we have a distillation tower to basically just deal with it. Yeah, I'm going to have the same distillation tower over here deal with it. This guy. This guy's not always running, but I may have to change it. Where is it? I don't even know where it is. This one. Has problems. How dare you? Had a lot of problems, actually. I might need to upgrade that. Also, all these machines. Eventually, I need to start giving them auto-taping maintenance hatches, but we're not there yet. I would love to, but we're not there yet. They're very expensive for us. So I only reserve it for the machines that truly need it. Like, for example, the Mega Apiary. This guy absolutely needs it. How are you doing? It's been a while. You're doing pretty good. You're still working on the xenon combs, though. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Once you finish the xenon combs, you got a lot of other stuff to deal with. But you're making good progress. Okay. Things. I was crafting a couple of things. I think I needed a single transformer. It's almost done. How's our power? Streamer switch has been on for a while, but I don't know if... Nah, we're fine. So many machines. Haven't even plugged in that guy, actually. Hang on. It's going to be voiding everything. Oops. Right there. Okay. Alright, that guy's good to go, and then I can go ahead and start moving the cable over to this machine over here. Don't plug it in next because I'm scared of blowing everything up. Transformer is done. That's what I was looking for. So one right there, and then the UV one right here. And then plug you in. There you go. I'm not really paying attention to how much power we're moving around here, but I highly doubt we were consuming 64 amps of UHV. Every single four machines, 1, 2, 3, 4, is 1 amp of UHV, and we've only, built a couple of machines, so I think we're fine. So we need a storage bus here, fluid one. Now you are going to have this recipe, antimony pentafluoride solution. Extract only. How many channels do I have? I always ask myself, but I never remember. 24 channels. We're got some space left. A couple machines more. I should be able to finish the neck line at least. I hope. Okay, so this guy's going to be storing the antimony pentafluoride solution. This guy's going to need the other items. So this one needs antimony dust. That's something we're producing from ore mining and byproducts. And this guy's going to need ether. Ether is recycled, though. It should be recycled. We use 1,000 of it, and then we process it, and we get 1,000 back. So it's recycled. Fluorine solution, we have a lot of it. Crushed ice, we don't have any of it, so I gotta make crushed ice. You need a maintenance hatch. Oops. And then you're powered, right? Yes, you are. You should be good to go. But we don't have crushed ice. So what's a good way to do this? A vacuum freezer? I mean, why not? I'm going to do that. Watch this. Hang on, let me see here. Can I set this up over here? No, otherwise it would be like a fluid extractor, but I don't want to do this. I can just set up a reservoir for this instead. Just have this nonstop producing. Oh, not inside it. I meant to go under it. The only downside, though, is that we have output hatch. But I think how this works, it says this hatch has no cached fluids. I don't know what to do about this, actually. Hang on. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing this, but my issue is that it's always going to process. How do I stop it from always processing, right? I think I have an idea. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll try something. So I'm going to give it an input hatch, a normal one, CPM one, sure. And we're going to export fluid into here. You need a hyper acceleration card. Absolutely. I'm pretty sure you're going to need one. And a couple of acceleration cards. You're going to need a level emitter. Yep. How many channels do you have? You should have enough channels, actually. I remember you had like, well, I did add one. Let me check here. So Mojito has 3 channels left. I plan to put 2 more, so I should be good enough, actually. I just need one over here. I mean, I don't want to run it. I don't want to break it while it's running something. I should be fine, though. Put that there. And then do this. We're going to export water. And no, I'm not using a stocking input bus because I can't really stop it from doing other stuff. And that's what I want to do. I want to be able to stop it. So what I'm trying to do is have a fluid emitter going into here. Actually, let me do this real fast. Let me break this guy. Add a cable here. Fluid level emitter, and then you right there. So I want you to have water. And then get the hyper acceleration card. If it's finished, it doesn't look like it, but it is almost done. And then crushed ice. Okay, this means I don't actually need crushed ice. Okay, that'll work out then. Crushed ice is not really something I'm producing. This is a little easier to deal with. That's done. We add one of you and a couple of you. And now it's just mass producing crushed ice like crazy. Stop it. Please, we only need, I'll ask for 1 million. Oh, okay, we're making too much of it. Please stop. How to tell it to stop? Oh, you need a redstone card. How much do we have? Oh no. Give it a redstone card. There we go. Active with signal. You're still not working, White. Alright, stop it. How much? Okay, you are okay, working. Level one. Okay. How come you're exporting when I'm telling you not to? Active with signal. There's no signal going into here, so if I give you water. Okay, I guess it just had to actually consume the rest of it. All right. I think that's our crushed ice. Oh, now we have 65 million of it by accident. Oh no. I guess that setup is probably never gonna run. That ruin our storage. We have plenty of fluid storage. That's fine. All right. Let me check over here though. But that's a little setup to have crushed ice available. Yeah, crushed ice. This guy is making pentafluoride solution. And it's going to make this stuff, and we just need to send this into a distillation tower. I'm going to borrow this one. Well, how fast is this? MV 5 seconds. This should be fast enough, because there's a lot of downtime for this machine as well. Yeah, it's very fast actually. It eats all of it instantly. Okay. So what I do need to do is add more control to this though. Whenever we have enough fluids here, and maybe to just reduce the amount of channels for spinning, I'll give this a fluid detector cover. And then a redstone receiver internal. Yep. And I'm going to put it here so that if it has enough fluid, I'll just tell this guy to stop working. I guess not this one, but the other machine here. Which one's the rest? This is the redstone controlled one. Yeah, okay. So when this one's full. All right, we need one of you. And I'll give this to you. And you to this one. So I need you to use, what channel haven't I used yet? Let me check my little document. how do I spell this? Antimony pentafluoride solution, APS. I'll just call it APS. This is going to use 7285. I'll just use the item ID for it. Sure. So 7285. Then 7285. And then whenever it is at 1,000,000. So if it ever gets to 1,000,000 for whatever reason, this guy will stop running. Okay. But I think I can start taking off some recipes from here. So for example, our antimony pentafluoride. I'm not making this actually. Fluoroantimonic acid, I'll take that off. Antimony pentafluoride, take that off. All of this stuff like the antimony pentachloride, take that off and take this off. How you made antimony pentachloride solution, that was what I just took out. Antimony trichloride, yeah, I was making it this way, which is not very good. And then like that and like that, okay. All of these recipes do not need to exist anymore. I'm going to go ahead and clear my inventory to do a fresh start, so I kind of know what I'm doing next. Come back to this. Okay, bye. Next step is P507, but I think this stuff is kind of like also recycled. Let me double check here if I remember that correctly. Somewhere in LUV? Yeah, it can be 100% recycled. So I just need to make a ton of this, I think. So it looks like our main issue here is just the lack of sodium hydroxide. But I think this is a pretty good space for us to call it here. We got, I think, the entirety of the Naquadol line. P507 is something we, it gets, what's the word I'm looking for? It gets recycled if we go down the chain far enough. I don't exactly know where, but I know it gets recycled. I've seen it before. Yeah, like right here. But we just need to actually, process it. Where else does it get used? It gets used here, which we have a recipe for this. I think we have something for that too. And this. Yeah, we should be okay here. So I'm going to leave this going, and then I'll come back to this another day. But we got many more machines going. Let me double check if everything's actually working though. I think that's Naquadol, and I'll come back to this whenever we have issues. This guy is still having issues. I don't even know what your deal is. Oh, that's something else. This is for sodium. Yeah, this is the sodium maker, so no, don't mess with that. So I think what I'll do off camera probably to get more sodium hydroxide is set up a group of 4 electrolyzers. Well, you'll probably just do that right now. I'll do it right now. If I can craft it, never mind. I'll do it off camera. This would be a good time to call it an episode here though. But sodium hydroxide is a major issue that's next. And I think what I would do is just have 4 UV energy hatches of just electrolyzing salt water because we need tons of sodium hydroxide. I'm getting sick of not having enough. So I'm going to basically, what is that? Quadruple times 2. So it's going to be octuple the rates of whatever we're doing right now. Probably not enough. Who knows? Maybe I'll go more power, but I'll do this off camera. What else did we do? We also got some of the B stuff going. We got the 3 major machines. Anything else is going to get sent into the ore factory. So all of this stuff is getting dealt with. So we got the this going. Yes. How many maintenance hatches can I make? I think I want to go and do a trend of trying to make a couple of these each time. We still need these. Let me make a pattern for this. But I think at the end of each episode, I should make more of these maintenance hatches because they are really useful. So we can't do this recipe in the PCB factory. So unfortunately, it's going to have to be in the chemical reactor. But that's fine. Put it wherever. Maybe make 10. And then Naquadah is going to be something we get by accident. What do you even need this for? No, you're taking off recipes now. Use Naquadah ingot. Nuh-uh. Is that really what you use it for? Monocrystalline silicon pool. I might need to change that then. Naquadah doped monosilicon, whatever. Oh, you can make it two ways. You can either make it with Naquadine dust or Naquadah ingot itself, which I think is what I would prefer. So I have to change the recipe for Naquadah ingot because it's just getting all processed into the actual dust. I think. Let me check how much we have actually. Maybe that's. Oh, we have some Naquadah dust. Okay, I just haven't been paying attention to this then. Add 2 more recipes. We need something for the silicon pool. It'll be this over here. Take that off and circuit 3. So put this in the blast furnace. Circuit 3 right here with all the other pools. And then we need something to make the actual ingot. Be right here. Right there. And should I? Let's try 256. Let's try maxing it out. It is IV power. It should be fast enough. Circuit 11. I didn't even notice this. Hang on. Circuit 11. Blast furnace. Circuit 11. Make 256 of you at a time. Now can I make a bunch of you? Make 10. No, not yet. He's going to make whatever this is. Something I also can't make in the PCB factory. What a shame. I think that's it. Yeah. This is also blank chemical reactor. Yes, you are. Right there. Chemical reactor 0. Put you right there. Sure. Make 10 so I have them ready for tomorrow or next time. It won't be tomorrow. Got Sunday coming up and I got to get ready for work on the next day. So I will be playing off camera and I'll also be recording some compact claustrophobia because I got to get those videos out soon. Try to work on that. I haven't worked on the next one yet. That pack is actually getting pretty close to the end. And I think once that one finishes, we'll get into Meatball Craft is the one I'm thinking about next. I've been really looking forward to Meatball Craft and I've heard that it's pretty much done already. Aside from like minor bug fixes, right? But we'll be playing that one after Compact Claustrophobia. Anyways, we'll call it here. Let's, we'll just call it here. So, for now, have a good night. Thank you for your time and support. Now we'll be back on Friday. Yeah. Friday stream. Unless I have anything planned, which right now I don't have anything planned. So we should be good. So I'll see you guys on Friday, hopefully. Take care. Have a good night. Bye-bye.